Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing today? Happy Saturday. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I am I got this yesterday place here and I think it's called something like Everything You Want. And they have this pumpkin bread that is so good. I went with a girlfriend of mine named Ilea. She's a vegan and she's a hardcore vegan because she's a foodie and a vegan. And that to me is an interesting thing because I'm in my vegan journey, my vegetarian journey, which I'm in now. I eat cheese though, so I'm not a vegan, but I am very much committed to vegetarianism right now. I also eat eggs, and um, but my girlfriend she is loyal. She's almost a fruitarian, really. She just eats all these fruits and all these fruits from all over, from all over, from Mexico. And I'm always just in awe. I'm always like, what are you eating? And she loves it and she makes it all like she's like, this is tempeh. And I look at tempeh, I'm like, what is that? Should I eat that? But she makes everything taste good and she's so passionate about it. And so she took me to this restaurant, this vegan restaurant, and it had pastries. So I got this beautiful pumpkin cake with frosting on it, and then I got this chocolate swirl with maca, chocolate and vanilla swirl cake with maca frosting, and then I got this biscuit, like a breakfast biscuit with like a vegan patty and vegan eggs and vegan cheese. But the biscuit is like from the depths of Louisiana somewhere. So it's really, really, really delicious. So um, I'm just sort of still relishing in that because I really love to spend time with foodies. Like I'm not a foodie myself at all, but I love to spend time with people who love food because being enveloped in their passion of it, um, being enveloped in their passion and their love for food just really helps me. And it's like, oh my God. So a couple of weeks ago when I was hanging out with my girlfriend Sarita, like she made these incredible lentils and then she made the tea that I've been drinking. And then she also made some sorrel for me, which is like hibiscus and ginger and honey. I think that's what it is. And it was just delicious. And I really appreciate being with people who love food because my mother was a cook and my mother was a really great cook. You know how Black women are, right? But my grandmother was actually a cook at a school. She actually cooked food for children. That was her job. She was a daycare. She was the cook at a daycare center is what my grandmother was. And every day she would come home from work and she would have a package of aluminum foil that had in it whatever she had made for that day. And it would be wasted in the bottom of her purse. And I would cry and go, Grandma, it's dirty now. It's dirty now, so I need to go to McDonald's. And then she would give me money. Then she would say, okay, ta-ta. Or she would give me $3 or $4. And there was a hamburger stand at the corner of our street where I would then proceed to go get a hamburger and French fries because my grandmother's lunch or dinner that she planned for me had poured out every day. It happened every day because guess what? They didn't have Ziploc bags then. So they only had aluminum foil. But she bring me peanut butter cookies and brownies and all the stuff that she made at school. And so I really love people who cook and who have an intimate relationship with food because I like to have an intimate relationship with them because what they do to food or how they relate to food is inspiring to me. And so yesterday I spent the day with my girlfriend Aaliyah, and she is turning me on to the vegan reality. And I'm learning, and I'm getting it. I don't like to eat fake food, right? So as a vegan, I've just been eating lots of beans and vegetables, and occasionally I will venture out and have those things that they make, to make it feel like it's real meat. Um, all right. Okay. So, today is a Saturn day. So I want to thank everybody who gave donations, and, like whatever your donation is, right? Whatever your energetic connection is, it doesn't matter. It's about the energy. It's about the intention behind it. So whether you sent $4, or whether you sent me a message that said thank you, or whether you just went inside your own soul and said, I'm going to send her some energy and thank you because what we're doing here matters. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And then thank you to everyone who joined the Mercury Retrograde class. The first live class starts on the 18th, so there's still time to join this Mercury retrograde. To me, it feels really incredible. Like, I feel really beautiful, but I also recognize, I can sense this full moon, which you can register for in my link tree. It's Monday evening. The full moon is going to be in opposition to Pluto. And so what that's going to do is it's going to bring in a swell of deep, dark energy and the full moon is in Cancer. And so Pluto is in Capricorn, and Cancer is emotions and feelings. So for those of us who have not been really working through our emotional world and our emotional bodies, this is not going to be a good look. Like, I have so much deep compassion, and I really pray that people are doing the work to feel their feelings. Because if you're not in alignment with feeling your feelings, I'm sorry, I'm heating up. If you're not in alignment with feeling who you are, then when the new energy comes in, it just compounds it. So the work is to really begin to feel your feelings, because the Cancer energy is about your internal emotions and reality. So, the Saturn is currently in Aquarius at the 13th degree. Saturn is our karma. And what is karma? It's nothing but cause and effect. It's what you get out, what you put out, you get back. It's as simple as that. It's not a bad thing. It's just is, right? Karma is something that we are always creating here. And the more we understand that, you can't fight against your karma, but you can transmute it. That's what we're here to do. And with Saturn and Aquarius, we are transmuting some deep, deep karma, because we have the expansive energy of Aquarius, which is the mind of God. And so Mercury is now there doing the retrograde through Aquarius, and then Saturn is there. And so Mercury is going to be Saturn would be a part of this retrograde with Mercury. So we really are giving birth to a new mindset. And the thing that showed up for me this morning in my meditation that I'm so aware of is that there is a story in this country, and it's not even about this country, maybe it's this time frame, right? I have encountered many experiences where there's this idea that there's no solution or there's no cure, right? So when there was the AIDS epidemic, there's no cure for it. When there was, whatever the things are, if it's herpes or whatever these health things are, there's no cure for it, right? And what Spirit said to me so clearly, and I totally get this, is that there is a cure and a solution for everything. There is a cure and a solution for everything. Everyone can't access it because everyone doesn't have the psyche or the heart or the consciousness to access it. But there is a cure for everything. And when you are willing to align yourself with nature and the cycles of cause and effect and understand that, the solution will be offered, because this universe provides for itself. So this notion that we are under a spell of the Western imperialistic white male brain, capitalistic power seeking, that says there's no cure for anything, the reason that mind would say that is because the cure in their solution is money. So there is a cure for them because money, making people sick or making people believe that they're sick gets them money, gets them power of some sort. And so they see that as the cure. Do you understand? But if you are willing to take responsibility for your own life and your own cause and effect, then you will be given the cure for you. And it won't look like everybody else's cure. You can be having an experience of something that they might call it whatever it is, but that is not the fuck what it is. It is your soul experiencing, your system experiencing what you need to experience so that you can come into the awareness of your ability to cure and heal yourself. No one can cure or heal you. You have to do it yourself. And that is Saturn in Aquarius. Literally, the focus, the devotion, the dedication, the discipline to tap into the cycles and the creative power of the universe to source your solutions and your cures. Just the way when I first discovered Mercury retrograde and what was going on in my life, and I realized like, oh, this is this is actually supportive. This is actually here to help. But if you listen to the Western mindset around Mercury retrograde, it's awful. Everything is going to go wrong. The communication is up because that mindset can't access the higher dimensions of possibilities. So depending on where your perspective is from, yes, it is dangerous. But when you have done the work internally to ascend through your own story, right? This ascension thing is not some like holy thing. It's really basic. Ascend out of your own hell, ascend out of your own lower energies, ascend out of your own, right? And I'm saying your own because the reality is that it's not even yours. It's not yours. You are here on behalf of your soul and a greater experience, but your work is yours to do. You are responsible for yours, but it's still the creators. It's not like it's yours like you own it. It's yours like you are responsible for this vehicle. So while you're here, use it, make good use of it, do the best you can because you're borrowing it. It's really borrowed, right? It's really not yours. So one of the things that I'm really excited about now with this new conversation around this virus that we have been engaging with for the last few years is that as we cannot keep up with it. We cannot keep up with it. I remember when my hair, I started graying when I was 23 years old, and then I dyed my hair until I was like 40 something because I didn't like being gray. And so it got to the point where I would dye it. I would dye it in the morning time, right? And then by the evening, there would be a new gray hair. Does that sound familiar? Like you create what you call the cure for this variant, and then by the evening there's a new variant, right? So finally I was like, I can't keep up with this gray hair. I can't keep up with it. Like, I'm gonna just let it go because I was like, this is like a thoroughbred horse. Like, as soon as I'm relax it and tame it, it's a whole new gray hair has come up. Like, I cannot keep up with it. So I had to accept that this is what it is. And then I had to say, then how do I make peace with what it is? And then how do I make this stylish? How do I make this the best that it can be? Because this is what it is. So the beautiful thing about this new experience that we're having is that now we get to all find our own solutions because it's just how it is. There is no thing that you can do. You have to find your own solution for it. You got to find it inside of your own reality. And that is what's happening around this health conversation. And the more that we recognize that there is a new energetic system being configured in this reality, that we can't bring the old mindset to it, and shoot it up and kill it and conquer it, that we have to learn to partner with these aspects of ourselves that we call, you know, the evolution of virus or bacteria. We are a part of that fucking system, okay? Like I don't understand why these medical people are so stupid. Like, they're stupid. Like, why would you fight against nature? You're never gonna fucking win. You cannot win against nature. It always wins. They're just fucking, I don't like it, just, I don't even understand. Like, I don't understand how come they don't get it. So now we have an opportunity to be with what is. Like, I decided I'm gonna be with my gray hair. My hair is white. It is what it is. Now now what am I gonna do? And so I have spent the last few years, nurturing my scalp and shaved it off, and I've done all sorts of stuff to really get myself in alignment with what is, so that I can now execute this experience in the way that really is for the highest and best for me to be able to thrive. And so, as we are seeing, the Saturn in Aquarius is like, really come into your own identity, who you really are. And a part of your identity is being able to assimilate the environment. You have dominion over the environment. But when you have a consciousness that you don't, then the environment will have dominion over you. Humans would literally be dead in a day if we didn't have viruses and bacteria. That is right. That is right. Viruses and bacteria are a part of our natural ecosystem. We need them and they need us. We carry them along to evolve humanity, and we are here for that. We are nothing but one big virus and bacteria walk. That's it. That's all we are. And when I had my son, I was like, because children, if you pay attention to little children, like in grocery stores, how they have their mouths on the floor and stuff like that, and it's disgusting. It's like, oh my God. But it's the healthiest thing, because we literally need to take in the environment. When a mother gives birth to her baby, literally that baby absorbs all of the blood and bacteria that it grew in, because it is necessary. Do you understand? It is necessary. So it is important for us to make peace with what is. And the consciousness of saying, I am at peace with this, I give consent, I accept it, then creates another environment in the reality. Because if you relax into it, the invisible field around you will work more and flow with you. We need bacteria to make those good biscuits. Yes, Rich. Rich, I bet you know how to make biscuits. We'll talk about that another time. So literally the cause and effect. Don't stop running from things. Like, literally. So because Saturn is about cause and effect. And what I have seen in my own reality is, because I have resisted things, because I have been at odds with how things work and how things are, because I didn't know, because we were told a certain way that isn't accurate, I piled up energy that got pushed, that is now suppressed. Like, you push things down, push feelings down, right? And so the things that are pushed down, it's almost like throwing it in the back of a closet. And then you have to go and clean out the closet. You have to go clean out those pushed down and oppressed emotions, because those are blocking you from being who you really need to be. You have to go back. You can't skip steps, right? So we have to so I'm going back to the places that I abandoned when I was 4 and 6 and 7, and the things that I didn't deal with. Nothing goes away. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not having a real impact. So we have to do the inner work. You have to heal the story that you're telling. You have to, it's like, oh, I'm afraid. Oh, well, why did I buy into that fear? What did I believe? Oh, I believe that there was a virus out there that was going to make me. Well, why did I believe that? Because they told me. Oh, well, did you know that that was true? Did you have that experience? No. Why did you believe it? Because everybody else was reacting to it. Oh, so you abandoned yourself. Yes. Huh. You abandoned yourself. Okay. Well, when did you start abandoning yourself? This is the inner dialogue. This is the inner started abandonment, and you start remembering. You start to see it. It'll show you that in your if you do it in your imagination, and you'll see it right in your imagination. You abandon yourself, and then you want to go back and reclaim that. And this is why you have to join the Mercury Retrograde class so you can understand how to do this work. And the power is in the pain. Yes. All right, everybody. The moon today is in Cancer. We are in the full moon energy. The full moon actually happens on Monday. We are going to have a full moon at the 27th degree of Cancer, and the 27th degree is, let me see what the 27th degree is. So I do know that the 27th degree is the degree that is in opposition to is in conjunct with the galactic center. And the galactic center is like the womb of the universe. And the 27th degree is the degree of peace. So here's the thing. I really have a deep sense that this full moon, there's a real intensity going on here now. The Cancer moon is coming in on the full moon. Yes, a Cancer day. So there's a lot of intensity, a lot of pain, a lot of depths, a lot of sorrow, a lot of confusion, right? And the only thing you can do is be with it. Do not make it wrong. Love yourself in it. Nurture yourself, parent yourself, soothe yourself, give yourself, because this is what it is. It's not going away. You can't escape it. You have to do the work while you're with it. Also, this Cancer full moon is going to really kick off the Pluto return for America, because America is a Cancer. So we're about to really watch our systems begin to come undone in a real profound way. So I just encourage you guys to do what you need to do to take care of yourselves. All right, y'all. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, and register for the Cancer full moon, ritual and meditation. It's time for Dorothy to come home. That's what this is about. It's really getting that you have to come home to yourself, that nobody's coming, that no one's going to save you, that no one's going to rescue you, and that you don't fucking need it. Like, nobody can. Nobody can. The people who think they can rescue, one of the things that's important about Cancer is that Cancer tends to be the energy of mothers, and people that Cancer energy, they tend to be overprotective, right? Like sometimes the people who care for us need something to do. So they do because they need it, and they create dependence upon it. And so those are these codependent relationships where people rescue you from your rock bottom, but you need the rock bottom. You need the fucking rock bottom. One of the best things that ever happened to me was my grandmother dying, because she was a perpetual rescuer. And so anytime you got in trouble or something was going on, you never had to feel it, because my grandmother would be on the phone calling and Monique needs some money, or da, 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 da. And finally, when she died, it was like, ain't nobody coming. Now I have to feel it and figure out how I'm going to move myself through this. And that is what this Cancer stuff is about. Literally coming to your own rescue, coming home inside of yourself. And many of us have to deal with the fact that we don't feel worthy. We don't like our own company. We don't want our own attention. We want somebody else to do it. Why? Because we have not made ourselves familiar enough with our own energy to desire ourselves more than we would desire anyone else. So you have to heal that, because no one can save you. Literally, if somebody comes, they'll give you something that feels good for a minute, but then it goes away. It's not sustainable. That's why whenever I have met men who come and they have money and they're like, I could buy you this. I'm like, well, how long can that last? how long can it last for somebody else to leave their reality and their experience to come take care of me? maybe it lasts 6 months, 3 months. How long before they get tired of it, right? Before then it's too much, right? So literally, I have always been like, I refuse to be with a man who's going to provide me with a lifestyle that I can't provide for myself. Because how long can this last? One day you're going to turn around and look and be like, everything she got is, I bought it for her. I'm gonna, right? I mean, so you have to really begin to source your own power and energy because you need it for yourself and other people need theirs for themselves. Now, when you two resource people, then you can come together. But this thing of needing people to take care of you and wanting to be taken care of, let me tell you, I know so many women, I want to be taken care of. Children need to be taken care of. Adults don't need to be taken care of. We need to be responsible and care for ourselves. And then what we need when we care for ourselves, then we feel taken care of because no one is going to care for you and give you the thing you need because only you can give it to yourself. Nobody else can give it to you. That's the thing. That's the secret. Nobody else can give it to you. So this desire to be taken care of is an illusion. It's some bullshit. It's anchored in some fantasy of nonsense. I don't even understand it, but I know I'm a woman and I have felt it. And when I dig into it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's this desire to be like helpless. And so for me, I just have turned it into understanding that it's the little girl in me whose mother didn't fully envelop me. So I yearn for something. I do. And my mother couldn't give it to me because her mother didn't give it to herself. So I just started giving it to myself. So now my son is going to learn how to give it to himself. And when I meet people, I don't require them to do that for me because I'm whole inside of myself. But I had to work it out. I had to get clear. And when the yearning comes up, because it does, it shows up. When it comes up and I feel it and it's an ache and I yearn for somebody else to come and make it fucking right, I just go into the infant side of me and I just hold the little girl inside of me and let her know, baby, I'm here. I got you. We're good. We're enough. It's right now, here. And I breathe into that until my body relaxes. And then I restore myself. I restore myself so that nobody else has to give me their life force to restore me. All right. Okay, everyone. Come sign up for the Mercury Retrograde course because this Mercury Retrograde is going to be intense so that we can really understand how to do this work together. The more we do the work in community together, the better off we are. All right. Peace and blessings. I love you. Hello there, Lola Fem Patel. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a beautiful day. I'm about to go eat my goodies.